Welcome back, this is Jay. Blair Witch, done by Blooper Team, the same people who did The Medium and Layers of Fear, is already an amazing game. A game that messes with your mind, and pushes you to think outside the box. A game I would have rated as an 8 as a horror game. Even if you are not into horror games, it has something that's going to appeal, to be honest, even if it's just that you like Bullet the puppy in the game. Blair Witch VR had a high bar to pass. Not only do you have to buy it separately, but it had to stand out in its own way so that it is a VR game, not just a VR of a great game. So in order to surpass it, it would have to add several features to make it worth it. It does that successfully. This game is very immersive, allowing you to pick up and interact with most things you find in the environment, from simple garbage laying around to pretty much anything. There are examples of even bigger name companies failing at this small of a detail. Comes to mind is Capcom with Resident Evil 4 VR. Of course, my favorite thing is that you actually get to pet Bullet, and I'm not talking about you walk up, press A, and then you see an animation of you petting Bullet. You get to walk up and actually pet the pup. It does, however, also use an inventory system similar to Resident Evil 4, allowing you to grab your various pieces of equipment from your body in the game, something that Resident Evil 4 actually did very well. Immersion-wise, this game gets a 9. Movement is generally joystick controlled. However, it does allow you to flip to teleportation mode if you get motion sickness. Further notes on movement are it's neither too fast nor too slow, allowing you to get to where you want to go rapidly without losing that tension that comes from a good horror game. The direction you walk is not based on which way your head is facing, but instead which way you are turning your other joystick. Movement in this game gets a solid 10 for both pacing and accessibility. The gameplay is very similar to the original Blair Witch game, which is not a detractor. It does an extremely good of addressing the PTSD, something that could have been a minefield for somebody to approach in a video game if done incorrectly. In short, the game actively plays mind games with you throughout the whole thing. As the original game got a score of 8 as a game, the VR experience gets a 9 for gameplay, just adding that whole level of immersion that comes from a VR properly done experience. If you have an Oculus setup or a Vive setup, this is a game I would highly recommend you take a look at getting, especially if you actually do enjoy horror games or you just want to pet Bullet the puppy in the game. As a final score, it does get an 8 as a VR experience. It is still relatively within its niche, but it does have a bit more outside of its niche to draw people to play it, making it worth it. If you already do like horror games though, this game would be a 9.5. The only room for improvement I can see is the sound. One of the things I actually do have issue with is like when you're talking on the radio or the phone, it doesn't change the way it sounds based on where you're holding it. It always sounds like it's on speaker held out in front of you instead if you held it to the side of your head. Planning on actually doing a let's play of this. I played the original and I kind of want to do this one as a let's play. Because why not? I'm just going to call it a long form review. Y'all can't stop me. Nanner, nanner, nanner. If you want to know when that comes out, you can hit that subscribe button right here. And if you click right here, you can see my original let's play of Blair Witch, which, by the way, is completely different to how I am now. If you look right here, you'll see Sharon's Layers of Fear, another Blooper Team's games. Their playthrough started right here. They've only done one episode, but it's a great game. Most importantly, I'll see you on the next one.